Hello everyone, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how you can make an automatic villager breeder and how you can transform it from an automatic villager breeder into an automatic potato or carrot farm. So let's get started. So these are all of the stuff that you're going to need. So 9 water buckets, 8 stairs, and 1 slab. It doesn't have to be quartz, I'm just using quartz. Then 4 trapdoors, again, you can use anything but iron, or if you want to put levers, that's okay. Then you need 5 stacks and a half of dirt and potato for one specific reason, just because this is the biggest farm. So if you want to make it just the diamond part, that's 80 blocks. So you're going to need 80 dirt and 80 potatoes or carrots, either. And every addition, every emerald addition, that's 44 blocks extra, and every iron addition is 24 blocks extra if you want to make it all the way. So a 19 by 19, that's going to cost you 5 stacks and a half. So you're going to need that in dirt, and that in glass, and that in the thing that you want to farm, so it's either potatoes or carrots so that the villagers can breed. You also need white concrete for the framing. These are for the ceiling, these are for the lighting, 13 sea lanterns, and then 5 stacks of green. It doesn't have to be all glass, even the ceiling. If you have lights inside, I don't believe it matters. But yeah, I'm just going to be using glass because it's better, and I'm using green glass because just to differentiate between the ceiling and the walls. So for the walls, you're going to need 5 stacks of a certain block, and for the ceiling, you're going to need 5 stacks and a half of a certain block. Now, I'd prefer the ceiling to be glass and the walls to be glass for the light, so that it doesn't have any obstacles, but that's pretty much it. So I'm going to switch to survival and show you how easy it is to build. Okay, so first of all, you want to go up a little bit. So I'm going to go a little bit far from this thing. So yeah, I gave myself a stack of scaffolding, but it's not important. You can just use dirt or anything else. So yeah, so I'm going to just place down the slab. It should be in the center. And so that's where you want to start building. So yeah, first of all, you want to go 4 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is where your first water bucket will go. So this is one end. Okay, so after you've done that, you want to go 1, so that's 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and this is where the water should go, and then you just pass by it and you continue on building until you reach this. And so you do that for all of it, and then you fill in everything here, so this should all be dirt. Okay, so once you're done, I'm going to show you why you're going to need the slabs. So as you can see, if you put a stair here and water there, it won't fall down, but it counts as a water block. Well, here you would want to put a stair here and a slab here, and close the slab, and now you can put water and it will fall down. If the slab weren't here, the water would just fall off. Now the thing is, if you're going to frame it like I'm going to do, so I'm going to place in a frame to this build. So yeah, I'm going to place wall around it. This wouldn't be a problem. You still want to put the stairs so that the villager doesn't fall and jump on the crops. But the trapdoor wouldn't be necessary if you're framing, but I'm going to show you every single possible outcome. So in the center you would want to put this with the water, and then the composter and the sea lantern, or whatever you're using to light up. You can use sea lanterns, glowstone lamps. You can also use jack-o'-lanterns. You can use just anything. And then you would want to continue on placing the stairs. So a stair here, just so that it's okay. So we're doing this sideways. This is like this. This one, oh, okay, so you want to make sure that this doesn't happen. And then the last one right here. Yeah, okay, so then you want to place all of the water in. And of course the trapdoors. This is already placed, this is already placed, okay. So let's see, if I put the water, it will just drop down, but if when you place the trapdoor, it stops it from falling. Water here and water here. Of course you can just add a full block or anything, honestly. It wouldn't matter. And if you're framing as well, so yeah, this could happen. So you want to break it and place it this way, but I'm going to remove it anyways because I'm going to frame the entire thing. And the most important part is to place down the glass. So you want to get the glass and the sea lanterns. So you just honestly can just do like this, just so the glass can light from the sea lantern can pass through the glass, and you can make the entire thing out of concrete. You don't need to make it entirely out of glass, but especially the ones that are close to the sea lanterns, those ones should be made out of glass. And the ceiling, you can just make it out of anything, because I don't believe that the light of, like, I think that the light from the sea lantern can grow the crops, so you don't need to place anything else. So I'm gonna place down all of the frames. So you need to place a sea lantern on each one of these corners and each one of the sides, so over the water basically. And then if you want, you can place down the frame and all of the walls made out of glass or anything, and you can have it without a ceiling, but if a thunderstorm happened and hit the villager, he would become a witch, no longer a farmer. So yeah, I'm going to place down all of the walls and I'll be back. So basically this is what you're going to end up with, and then you want to add all of the ceiling. Now for the sea lanterns, you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks diagonally, and then the fifth you want to put the sea lantern in. And so 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then the fifth you would be at this sea lantern. So this way you could provide the most lighting as possible. So again, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the fifth, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the fifth you'll be here, and then 1, 2, 3, well, that's 4, and then this is the fifth, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and this is the fifth, yes, the one in the center, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, then this is the fifth, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4, and this one is the fifth. So this is how you know how to place the sea lanterns. For the ground, you want to trample it all. Not trample, I don't know what's the world, so you want to left click on it all so that it turns to the land where you plant on, so a tilted land. So you want to tilt the land, and then you want to plant all of the potatoes. So I'm going to do that and place all of the glass that's left on the ceiling, and I'll be back. Okay, so this is what it will look like once you're done. Of course, you can add floor to it if you don't want it to look like this from down there. And to confirm the light thing, so I increased the random tick speed so that they grow on their own. And as you can see, they grew on the sea lantern's light, but some of them didn't because the light was too weak. So all I have to do now is just set the time today And if I increase the tick speed again, I believe that these will just grow normally. So if I increase the tick speed to 1000, as you can see, they all grew normally. So the lighting is fine. There's just a couple of crops that are not going to grow. So this is everything you have to build, and I did have a little bit of a mistake. So there's four. So for the ceiling, there were 4 blocks less than there should be, and for the walls, there was a stack and 24 more than I needed. I guess I miscalculated it. I thought that I was going to make it 4, and then I made it 3. Of course, it doesn't have to be a square. If you want it to be a circle, you can do that. If you want it to be a diamond, you can do that. You can do whatever you want. I'm just teaching you the way, so you gotta put the stair and the light thing. You have to make sure that that's there. And now we're going to take care of the villagers. Of course, it wouldn't be automatic if there weren't any villagers. So yeah, I'm trying to find a villager that has a potato trade, and I finally did. So if I trade with him, you see, he takes potatoes, and that involved a lot of spawning. Like I did this like 3 times now, and it felt like a troll, honestly. So all I have to do now is just go into peaceful mode, and that's it. So I got my villager. I'm just gonna fix up, put him in there, and I'll be back. So if you want to learn how to get villagers up, just do this, and then that, no, that, no, wait. Yeah, so you want to do this, and then place a piston right here, and then that, and then a piston right here, and then that, and then a piston right here, and then that, and then a piston right here. And so you staircase him upwards. It's like taking a 2x2 stair, because I don't know if you know this, but dealing with villagers is the most annoying thing that you could ever experience. So once you get up there, you just fill in the gaps, get in the boat, and just drive him through. And there you go. So I'm just gonna make a hole. There we go. I'm gonna again fix up, and then we'll continue. Okay, so this is basically everything you're going to need if you want to build this module. So it's a 19 by 19 farm. Of course, the frame, that's just a luxury. The glass, that's just a luxury. The light is important. This frame from down here is also a luxury. So a lot of this is just basically for aesthetics. So what is necessary is the 9 buckets of water, the dirt, and the potatoes or carrots if you want to use carrots, and then the lights with the composter, the diamond hoe, and the villager with the 8 stairs and the slab. The white concrete is basically the frame, and it's a luxury, as I said. The lime stained glass is the walls, which is also a luxury. You can just use fences, and it will be fine. You can use the white stained glass is the roof, which I suppose you should add it so that he doesn't get hit by a lightning bolt, like in the thunderstorm, and he turns into a witch. And there's the cyan terracotta, that's only from the bottom, that's also not necessary. So yeah, it's very easy to build and not very resources demanding. You just need the dirt and the water. So that's basically it. And I'm going to now add the automatic villager breeder and the automatic potato farm and show you each one what it needs. Okay, so now all the add-ons are in place. So this is what you need to add for the automatic villager breeder. This trapdoor is to help him, to keep him inside, not so that he falls down. The fence post is for when they get children, it will fall down. You can build just anything to collect the children down there. You need the beds, and the pillows should be facing the corner so that they spawn right here, not inside the glass. And of course the framing. So the framing and the glass walls aren't actually necessary. This is what you're going to need to build this. Absolutely, of course, these are not necessary. These are just for this type of decoration. What you need are 4 beds, a slab, not a slab, a birch fence with 2 villager spawners and an iron trapdoor. And the roof here is actually necessary because if you have a lot of villagers here, you don't want them to all turn into witches. So the roof is actually necessary here, but of course it shouldn't be either glass nor concrete. It could just be dirt or stone. Everything works. And for the collection system, you can just build anything. Just 2 walls here, 2 walls here, 2 walls here, and 2 walls here. This is absolutely enough. And if you want to transport them anywhere, so you can just put wire here, put a tunnel just like this. And so yeah, you can just transport them like this. So this is pretty much the collection system. You don't need anything else. You can make it taller just in case. So yeah, this is basically it. So the baby villager is going to fall down through the fence post. The adults won't. And then he will get transported, or you can just keep them here. So if a villager is down there, just get the villager spawn eggs. So if there's a villager right here, well, actually more than one, let's just say there's a bunch of villagers, there's 4 villagers, you just need a rail and a minecart. You can just put a rail, and 1 second, it only works from one side. Okay, why isn't this working? So they're just sitting at the center. They should fall from up there. Yeah, so this made them move. Okay, well now, as you can see, they enter the minecarts. That didn't happen the first time because they were all standing at the center of the block, although they can do that in survival when they're falling down. So this is pretty much a collecting system. The collecting system that you might need. And over here we have the automatic potato farm. It's very simple. Just add a little platform here, put the villager and close him in. You need to add a hopper line down here and place a rail and a minecart on it. Make sure that the rail is facing this way so that the minecart doesn't go back and forth. This is basically everything you're going to need for this add-on. You would want to add like multiple modules, so each module is 3 blocks wide, so you can add another villager here, another one here, one here, one here, and one here. So having 6 villagers and 2 farmers in there would increase the speed of so the efficiency of this farm. But this is basically it, nothing too much. The resources are very minimal. You just need 3 hoppers so that the items can go down, maybe more if you want them to go down even further. A rail, a minecart with hopper so that it collects the potatoes, and the trapdoor so that the villager can't pass through. And the sea lantern is basically just for the lighting, and these are just blocks to contain him with 1 villager. You're gonna get back 2 stained glass here because you're going to break them. And here you're going to get back 2 stained glass and 5 cyan terracotta. Terracotta were over these blocks, but I replaced them with the white blocks and the sea lantern just for the looks of it. So yeah, so this is basically it. Everything you need to know about automatic villager farms, if it were an automatic villager breeder or a potato or carrot farm, that's how you build it. So thank you all for watching. Make sure to like this video if you felt like it was important, if I helped you in any way, and I'll see you in the next episode. This is PhD Kratos, and goodbye.